Hello, thank you for joining us at Loveland Living Planet Aquarium. My name is Leanna, and I am thrilled to introduce you to our new series about Utah's exhilarating ecosystems. On today's episode, we will be discussing some native plants in Utah and how you can help protect them while you hike and explore the beautiful landscapes around us.
Hi, my name is Lucas Proctor. I am the horticulture manager here at Loveland Living Planet Aquarium. All right, today I wanted to talk to you about some of the beautiful native plants that we have out on the Rio Tinto Kennecott Plaza. We're gonna focus on three specific plants. So the first one is one of the oldest living shrubs on the planet, and it's called mountain mahogany, Charcocarpus ledifolius. So it has broad leaves, but it hangs on to those leaves all winter long, and it can get up to 20 feet tall. But once it's established, it's so drought tolerant that you don't need to water it. In fact, you'll find many specimens out in the wild growing right on top of a rock with no soil at all. And they can live for 400 or 500 years. The native people would use it for all kinds of things, including the Ute and Paiute people would actually use it for bow wood for their hunting implements. The next plant we're going to talk about is the Rocky Mountain Juniper. It's one of my favorite plants of all time, and that's hard to say because I love plants, and I'm an arborist, so this tree is beautiful. It is an evergreen, being a juniper, Juniperus scopularum, and the fun thing is sometimes you get a fall color. Most people picture that plants with leaves are the ones with fall colors, but this juniper will change from green to blue and sometimes purple. It's really pretty. In fact, it's been so popular and so drought tolerant that many nurseries have created cultivated varieties, and you can find them even at big box stores. It's very drought tolerant, and once established, you don't ever have to water it again. This tree being such a staple in the Rocky Mountains, it grows all the way from Canada down to Mexico, has been very important among both the native flora around it that is shaded by the hot sun, but also the fauna that love to eat its berries and find shelter in its branches as well. And the berries can also be used, they're actually not a bad coffee substitute if you're into that. The last plant I would like to talk about is called the upright prairie coneflower. It has a lot of other common names. It's Ratbida columnifera, and it looks like a cute little person wearing a hat, and it's different than the purple coneflower, which is echinacea. This one, though, will grow flowers as soon as it warms up in the spring, and it flowers pretty consistently until the frosts hit it in the fall. And it reseeds as well. It's a very beautiful flower. Now, I observe a lot of native bees. Utah has almost 900 bees that are native here, and I'd never seen more bees than on that flower out on our plaza. So why is it important to have these plants that are native? They grow here in the state without anybody taking care of them. They can withstand the unusual weather patterns and lack of moisture that we have here in Utah. Many times I think our misconception of planting native things makes our yard very like a desert, which we do live in a desert, but it doesn't have to have a cactus or a yucca and prickly, dangerous, dry looking things. It can look lush. Junipers and mountain mahogany and these beautiful little cone flowers are very much a bright shining star in your landscape if you choose those. And there are a lot of other options. So when we're out in the forest and the native parts of Utah, we need to stay on trails to protect these things. I grew up in southern Utah, and out in the soils there's something called cryptobiotic soil. It's a living soil, and sometimes it can take up to 100 years to be developed. Now what that does is that keeps the beautiful desert that we love from looking like the Sahara with big flowing sand dunes. It actually holds the soil down. Now, if we decide to go off of trails and we walk on this beautiful living thing that we may not understand and may not notice, it just looks like black, crusty soil, we can damage something that has been working on trying to hold the soil together. It keeps erosion from happening for hundreds of years sometimes. So all in all, it's very important for us to be responsible in what we plant and what we do as we interact with our beautiful biosphere that is the state of Utah. We need to make sure that we understand that we do live in a desert, so we can plant things that are used to the water or lack thereof here in Utah. And if you come here to the Loveland Living Planet Aquarium, our plaza gardens are spectacular in showing off a lot of the beauty that is here in this state.
Today, Lucas shared his knowledge and expertise about some of our state's incredible flora. Join us next time to learn more about Utah's exhilarating ecosystems. And in the meantime, we encourage you to explore, discover, and learn. We'll see you next time.